Okay, so let's have problem 4, number 2. So there was an intercompany sale of property, plant, and equipment. So for the first step, we again analyze the intercompany transactions. So my format for this step has 3 columns. The amount that should have been reported for the affected accounts as shown here. Then the amount that should be reported in the consolidated financial statements and the adjustment. So for the machinery, um, it was reported at 200,000 because 200,000 is the selling price. No? It was the amount paid by FOD to ERA. Originally, as stated in the problem, the cost of this machinery is 300,000. So there will be an adjustment of 100,000 because we will assume here for consolidation purposes that the sale did not exist. So the machinery will be restated at its original cost. The same is true the depreciation. So the depreciation expense for this machinery is reported at 40,000. That is 200,000 the cost or the purchase price. Let me have my calculator here. 200,000 divided by remaining useful life of 5 years, so 40,000. But if the sale did not take place, accumulated depreciation will be reported at 116,000. So why is it so? The machine on the time or on the date of sale has a carrying amount of 230,000. That's 300 less 70. So if you divide it by 5, the depreciation should have been 46,000. So you add that to the existing 70,000 accumulated depreciation at the date of sale. So plus 70, so 116. So that will be the should be amount. So there will be an adjustment of 76,000. For depreciation expense, Ford company reported depreciation of 40,000 for this machinery. That's 200,000 purchase price divided by 5. But if there was no sale, depreciation should have been recorded at 46,000. That's computed by 230,000, the carrying amount at the time of sale, divided by remaining useful life of 5 years, so 46,000. So there will be an adjustment of 6,000. A loss on sale is reported at 30,000. That's the difference between the purchase price of 200,000 and the carrying amount of the machinery, which is 230,000. So loss on sale 30,000. So if there was no sale, no, there will be no loss on sale. So the corresponding adjustment will be 30,000. So let's have our second step, the analysis of the change in net assets of subsidiary. So again, I'll have my column for January 1 amounts, the expired amounts, and the December 31 balance sheet amounts. So for the book value as of December 31 or as of January 1 rather, it was stated in the problem at 300,000. And the fair value at that date is also mentioned at 220,000. So the difference, according to the problem, is due to the fair value adjustment related to building as follows. Yan. No, so building, there was a decrease of 240,000 in its book value or cost, and then accumulated depreciation will decrease by 160. So that will have a net adjustment of 80,000. Okay, so that's why 300 to 20, the difference is 80,000. Okay. As of December 31, the equity of ERA is 470,000. That's the sum of share capital and retained earnings as of December 31, 2021. Now, let's analyze the fair value adjustment. So, as I have told you earlier, the net effect of the adjustment is 80,000, no decrease of 80,000. So if you have a remaining useful life of 8 years for the building, so the amount of expiration for this year is 10,000. And such expiration will be reflected on the accumulated depreciation. So our accumulated depreciation from 160 uh it will become 170. I'm talking about the accumulated depreciation fair value adjustment. Okay? So from 160 it will become 170. So do natin i-reflect yung um adjustment. The fair value adjustment for the building will remain at 240. Okay? So yon yung gagawin natin diyan. I want to explain why we add 10,000 to 160, no? So if you notice, there's a problem. Yung adjustment kasi is a decrease in value, no? Na 80,000. So kung mag-expire yan, bali yung kasi yung net decrease in value is 80,000. So divided by 8. So our yearly expiration is 10,000, no? Ngayon, sa halip na ano, what do you call this? Teka, I'm grouping for words here. Yung kasing 160, no, na fair value adjustment is ano siya, kung baga, kasi 'di ba kapag yung accumulated depreciation ay binawasan mo ng 160, this one, okay? So ibig sabihin is dinagdagan mo yung what do you call this? Dinagdagan mo yung value niya, no? Kasi teka, let me look at the problem again. Yes, no, according to the problem kasi is magdi-decrease ng 160 yung accumulated depreciation. So pag binawasan mo yung accumulated depreciation ng 160, dinagdagan mo yung value niya, di ba? So ngayon, pag tiningnan mo yung net adjustment sa equipment, it's actually a decrease in value. So yung 160 na dadagdag sa value na yung 160 na dinagdag mo sa value niya is wait lang, medyo nawala din ako. Let me reanalyze this wait lang. Okay. So nag-decrease kasi yung value ng building 80,000. So dapat ang gawin natin is unti-unti nating uubusin yung decrease sa value niya. So kailangan nating dagdagan, no? Yung maybe we can put it this way, okay? Let me delete this, okay? So ito kasi is 80, dapat ang maiwan dito is 70, 'di ba? So para maiwan yung 70, dapat maging 170 ito. Okay? So maybe we can put it that way para mas malinaw. So to make that 170, kailangan nating maglagay dito ng 10,000 increase sa accumulated depreciation para may maiwan na 70 here. Ayan, 240 less 170. So I think that's the simplest explanation that we can give there. Okay? And then meron pang isang item ng adjustment, yung unrealized loss. Kasi 'di ba si Ira, siya yung may unrealized loss kasi siya yung nagbenta ng equipment. So dito magre-reflect sa step 2 yung unrealized loss. So if you have unrealized loss, natatanggalin mo, that will be increase sa net assets. So the unrealized loss is 24, sorry for that, 24,000. No? Kasi 30,000 times 4/5. No? Kasi 5 years yung remaining useful life ng nabentang asset. So that's 24,000. So ayan. So this will have a net effect of pag tinotal mo yan, no? And i-deduct yung 170 accumulated debt, no? 470 plus 240 less 170 plus 24. So that's 424,000. So that's your fair value of net identifiable assets as of December 31. So meron tayong net increase na 204. For goodwill, halos ito naman alam nyo na, no? Consideration, bibiglayin ko na to, no? So you have consideration transferred, 200,000, no? So yun yung balance ng investment subsidiary account. And then, non-controlling interest, 25% of 220,000. Ito yan. Na. Pinag-multiply natin itong dalawang to. Ayan, sorry, that's a black. Ayan, yan. Yung yellow na yan. Okay? So, that's why we got 55,000. So, ang total is 255 versus fair value of net identifiable assets mentioned in the problem at 220. So, you'll have goodwill of 35,000. Okay, for step 4, let's compute for the consolidated retained earnings. So we start again from the reported retained earnings of the parent at 1,940,000. And then, pag binalikan natin to, meron tayong net change na 204,000. Ibigay natin dyan yung share ni parent. So we multiply 204,000 by 75%. So you'll get 153,000 as the share of the parent in the net increase in the net identifiable assets of the subsidiary. Okay, so you'll have consolidated retained earnings at 2,093,000. Step 5, the non-controlling interest. So our starting point again is ito. Nasaan ba yan? Ito. Itong 424,000 na fair value ng net identifiable assets ni subsidiary. We give yung share ng non-controlling interest at 25%. So our non-controlling interest share in the net identifiable assets as of December 31, 20x1 is 106,000. Okay? Actually, merong extrang solution dito but still 106 pa rin naman yung laman kasi wala namang share sa goodwill yung yung non-controlling interest. Okay? So it's still 106. Okay, so let's have step 6, consolidated net income. So, kagaya nung na-approach ko, I have 3 columns here, FOD and IRA, and then for a column for the consolidated amount. My starting point is again the reported net income of the two entities at 1,000,000 and 170. And then our adjustment is wait a minute. I think I had an error here. Wait ha. Yes, I think so. Idagdag ko na lang, no? Kasi ang nailagay ko lang na adjustment ay yung unrealized loss ni IRA sa sale na 24,000. Nakalimutan ko, meron nga pala tayong adjustment sa depreciation. Tama ba? Yes, here. 10,000. Nakalimutan ko siyang ilagay. So, isingit natin, no? So, magkakaroon tayo ng what do you call this? Decrease sa depreciation. Yes. Wait ha, let me reanalyze. Pag balikan natin yung problem kasi meron tayong wait a second. 80, yes, 10,000 yung 80,000 divided by 8. No, kaya 10,000. Yes. Itong 10,000 na to, if you look at the problem, is decrease ito sa fair value ng building. So if you will reflect it as a depreciation adjustment, no, that will be decrease sa depreciation na 10,000, no? And an addition to net income. So I think I forgot that, isingit natin. So for depreciation, magkakaroon tayo ng 10,000 adjustment kay sino bang bumili ng equipment? Si FOD. Yeah, so we will have a 10,000 adjustment there. Wait, I forgot to put that. Okay. Ayan, okay. So, our adjusted net income ay ito. Ayan. Yes. I think magkakaroon din siya ng epekto dito sa baba. Yan, nakalimutan ko kasi na meron nga palang depreciation, no? So ayun. So, 1,010,000 and 194. So, ihatiin natin ngayon yung 1,204,000 into parent and non-controlling interest share. So, 1,010,000 na net income ni FOD, and then yung kay IRA will be divided 75-25. So ayan, 145,500 and 48,500. So ayan po yung share nila. Si FOD, ang kanya is 1,155,500, and si IRA is 48,500. Okay. Ayan. Okay. So, what else? Wait. I think I had an error there. Sorry for that. Kaya ako natigilan. Ito palang 10,000 concerns yung no? Equipment or building na na-revalue noong business combination. So, yung 10,000, sorry for that, hindi dapat dito, no? Kasi yun pala ay building ni IRA na na-revalue. Sorry, hindi siya dito. Okay, dito dapat yung 10,000. Ayan, sorry. Yan. Ayan. Okay. So, 10,000. Ayan, so nabago din yung sharing ng net income, no? So, FOD net income is 1 million, yung kay IRA, dinivide 75-25. So, 153 and 51. Ayan. Sorry for the little confusion. Sorry for the little confusion there. Okay. Ito nga palang 10,000 ay revaluation ng building. Okay. And then, re-analyze ko lang siya. So, nag-decrease yung value ng building at 80,000. So, ibig sabihin, magdi-decrease din yung depreciation as an adjustment. No? So, yes, this will be an addition to net income kasi babawasan mo yung depreciation mo by 10,000. Yes. Okay? Okay. Okay, let's have, I think ma-adjust din to kasi nakalimutan ko nga yung 10,000. So, this is the consolidated income statement. So, I have sales here ni FOD at ni IRA, wala namang adjustment. So, we simply add. And then depreciation, eto na nga, nakalimutan ko siya. Ang nag-reflect lang dito ay yung 6,000 na yung 6,000 na adjustment dito sa step 1. I'm talking about this one. Okay, ito, yung depreciation expense na 6,000. Pero nakalimutan natin yung 10,000, no? So, isingit natin dito. Dito sa adjustment, taga lang, naka-formula siya. E5 plus D11. Let me see, saan galing to? Okay. I think it's just an error in formula. Let's just put it at 8.5. Okay, so 6,000. And then, dito sa 6,000 na to, papasok pa natin yung 10,000, no? Na kabawasan sa depreciation. Gawa nga yung building na revalue, yung revaluation is negative or pababa. So, ipapasok pa natin dito itong 10,000 na, where is it? Ito. Okay? So, the resulting adjustment is net adjustment of 4,000. So, that's 196. And then for other expenses, I think wala naman tayong adjustment dito. If I recall it right, yes. Okay? So, we simply add 600. And then loss on sale, eto, alisin natin siya, no? 'Di ba may loss on sale si IRA na 30. So i-cancel natin 'yon, no? So 30,000 cancel mo 'yon. So loss on sale is 0. So ibig sabihin meron tayong net income na 1,204,000. So consistent naman siya all throughout. Ayan, 1,204 here, 1,204 there, and 1,204 din dito. Ayan. So, consistent naman siya. Okay? Okay, let's have the consolidated balance sheet. Again, we have columns here for FOD, IRA, and the adjustments, and then the consolidated amount. For PPE, reported nung dalawa is 4 million tsaka 600. ang adjustment natin is net adjustment na to na 140. So, saan galing yan? Meron tayong dalawa, yung E3 at E11. So, let's punta tayo sa taas. Ang adjustment natin, ayan, naka blue and red. Yung 100, dun sa machinery involved in the intercompany sale. No? And yung 240 for the revaluation of building. Okay? So, yun yung pinagmulan niyan. So, si building, decrease of 240, si machinery, increase of 100. So, that will be net of decrease 140. Kaya makikita mo dito, ayan, is negative 140. Okay? So, you have a consolidated amount of 4,460,000. For accumulated depreciation, independently, they reported 2,100,000 and 200,000. So, meron tayong adjustment na net yata ito na 94. Ang pinagmulan ay dalawa. Let's see ano yung pinagmulan niya. 76 dun sa machinery involved in the intercompany sale. So, you have to increase it by 76. And then, yung balance ng fair value adjustment sa accumulated depreciation na 170. No? 160 plus 10. Okay? So, fair value adjustment mo sa accumulated debt is 170. So, pag pinagsama mo yan, fair value adjustment na 170 at saka, wait lang. Baka malito tayo. Yung fair value adjustment na to is actually negative. Okay? Kasi if you return to the problem, yung accumulated debt mo is 800 less 640. No? So, yun ay kabawasan na 160. Tapos binawasan mo palalo para maging 170. So that's actually accumulated depreciation adjustment, negative 170, no? Plus increase ng 76. So negative 170 tsaka positive 76. So net effect niya is 94. So kaya magkaroon ka dyan ng ayan, 94. So 2,206,000 yung consolidated. For other assets, reported nila is 600 tsaka 80. Tatanggalin mo yung 200 na investment in subsidiary. Kasi na sinabi sa problem, nandun daw siya sa loob ng 600,000. So, it's inside the 600. You eliminate it from the 600. So, that's a deduction of 200. So, the consolidated amount is 480. Goodwill, this is from step, I forgot, basta dito sa taas. Step 3, ito. Ayan. So, from step 3. 35,000. So you have total assets of 2,769,000. For the liabilities, you simply add, ayan, 170. Share capital, you just get the amount related to the parent. So that's 400,000. Consolidated retained earnings, 2,093,000. That is from step, eto, yan, step 4, 2,093,000. And then non-controlling interest, where is it? Eto, 106,000. So, we put it here sa baba sa ating balance sheet, 106,000. For a total of 2,769,000.